sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I put them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I've bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Pixels collide, steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV. night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends falling and legends break through. Let the TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Nothing ready for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the feeling at night. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roar. Hawaii drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pound, hear the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Welcome into Leadfoot TV, the NSRLA, and the SoarDogg Cup Series with the Black Diamond Designs 250 at one of my favorite, amazing, gigantic, monster racetracks, the one, the only, Talladega. Going to be a great race here tonight. We're going to have two stages at 35 and 70. Of course, I am your lead announcer, Chris Golden, alongside my producer, Landon Brown, and my color announcer, Tracy Brown, here tonight for Talladega. Tracy, what do you think we're going to see here tonight?
Well, I tell you, Chris, I think these guys are very good. I've seen them run numerous races here, but as Talladega is just going to Talladega, I expect we're going to see a lot of close pack racing and at least one big one sometime during the race.
For sure. We do have a lot of cars here tonight. They're going to be getting about 31 laps per tank of fuel here. And there are quite a few EOLs to start this race. One of which being Jose Mercado, pretty high in the point standings currently. He'll be pushed onto the back with the 22 of Noah Ganger, the 35 of Gino Volante, the 88 of Samuel Longworth, the 93 of Isaac Wilson, and the 96, his teammate Andrew Allen. Also, this begins the 5-race in-season challenge this week. So I'm going to kind of run down the rules of that while they're pacing here. Starting this week, they're going to have 5 rounds to determine the in-season challenge champion. Only finishing position points will be awarded. No stages, no bonus points. It's Talladega, Texas, Watkins Glen, Dover, and Charlotte. So it goes all drivers on the roster, then the top 16, 8, 4, and then a winner after Charlotte. The winner actually receives a $25 SoarDogg gift card, 1 free paint scheme from Black Diamond Designs, and 1 free charter for the 2027 NSRLA season. So these guys are really, really excited for this one tonight as it starts off that in-season challenge. And we are getting ready to rock and roll here as the lights are out on the pace truck. Tracy, this is going to be something to watch here as I'm showing at least, or I'm showing a minimum of 20 cars here, waiting to see how many we have exactly.
Yeah, this is definitely a full field, especially compared to last week at the Milwaukee Mile. So I think, this is a very popular track, not only with you, but apparently several other people as well.
For sure, it's a little bit of a crapshoot every time. It's one of those tracks where luck plays a bigger factor than skill, and honestly, skill plays a factor as well. But it's such a different skill set racing here versus racing anywhere else because of the size, because of the speed, because of the draft that matters so much. But these guys are getting ready to go green here, creeping on in as we have Kish in the 3 on the pole, and we are green. Sponsored by SoarDogg. Right here as the 3 jumps out to an early lead, something we are used to seeing in NASCAR. That GM Goodwrench number 3 out front, and Kish brought it back here 27 years after its last time at Talladega with that win with Dale Earnhardt, of course, in that exact paint scheme in the 1998 Die Hard 500. But they are 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through the field. The 2 teammates, the 3 and the 8, Kish and Kostick, controlling both of these lines right now, and that is exactly what they want to do, and everything seems to be going according to plan as of now, Tracy.
Yeah, as you see the 99 really rubbing on the 3's bumper there. He's going to have to be careful not to cross up bumpers and take out the field, especially running this far up top. I think that's Robertson in the 99 car.
Definitely
so they're getting...
A great Jeff Burton throwback there, the old Exide car from the late 90s. One of my favorites, actually, one of the ones I grew up with in 1998 on the old NASCAR 98 game, that old Exide battery scheme. But we see the teammates there of Kish and Kostick jumping down, running together on that bottom line now. We saw the 8 drop down in front of his teammate, and that's going to leave the outside lane open for 14, or the number 14 of Wren. And the thing is, he's got Lewis, who knows how to win in the SoarDogg Cup Series. He's got multiple wins this year already, running right there outside second position on the outside line as these guys are rolling on through. And what I'm looking at here, I'm showing Janik back there, P20 right now. He is definitely not up front like we're used to seeing him. This may be his Achilles heel, but it's yet to be seen as we got one way down low on the apron down there. Who was that? Well, everybody's keeps it clean and green and safe, and they're starting to get a little single file here as the 14 and the 33 have jumped out front to control these two lines.
Yeah, I saw several cars duck down on the apron there. I know one of them was the 10 of Skatel. I'm not exactly sure. They must have gotten a little squirrely there or something, and it looked like everybody kept it straight. They used up all the apron down on the bottom, but kept on rolling as we're still green here on lap 3.
Yeah, for sure. We got a couple back there. They're about 2 seconds back of the leader. Freeman in the 42, I'm showing about 2 seconds back, and there was one other, I believe, the 45 of Bridges was on back there as well. Bridges now in the 78, being shown 1 lap down. Maybe you guys can get confirmation on me with that if he is in fact a lap down. If that's the case, he might have been the one that got a little squirrely back there as we see that old W19 of Brock looking outside already. These guys are really shuffling around up front already as we got Barry out front in the 21. Barry obviously rocking the Josh Berry 21 paint scheme right here, but this is not Josh. This is, as you can see on your screen right there, Andy Berry paying homage to his namesake Josh Berry in that 21. These guys really racing hard up front here. Something you usually don't see much of is Barry way inside, comes back up, squeezes 3 wide for the lead right here. Brock gets out, the 14 of Wren trying to find a line to go with, gets back down in line. That was a little bit of a pucker moment right there with the SoarDogg Cup Series and all of these guys up front, because if the 14, the 19, or the 21 had went around there were a lot of cars that was going with them.
It sure was, Chris. And speaking of the 21 of Andy Berry, Josh Berry happens to be my favorite NASCAR driver. So I got a little bias towards him tonight. But yeah, I think it was the 14 of Wren was kind of moving back and forth on Berry's bumper. And you get such a good draft. And you could probably speak to this better than I could. But if you come off the side of that bumper and you still got the momentum, it's real easy to hook the car that's in front. So it's very important for that lead car to maintain a good steady wheel and keep a good target for the guy in the rear, as well as the guy who's doing the pushing to keep the car centered up as well.
For sure. You could not have hit the nail on the head any better than that, Tracy. It's 100%. These bumpers do not line up well, and these cars are designed that way on purpose to somewhat level the playing field of these guys hooking up. And what we used to see a lot of the 2-car breakaways and be 2-car races, just one car pushing another. But these bumpers here, we saw it a lot with the Car of Tomorrow era. But these cars, they are specifically designed to not line up to prevent a lot of that non-stop pushing with 2-car breakaways. And that's what we're seeing here. If you get a little bit of a swipe left to right on these cars, they're going to go around. They're going to get very, very loose. They're going to get very, very upset because of all the air that's taken off. Because these spoilers are not very huge here. As we know, we use the diffuser a lot in these next-gen cars, a lot more effectively than the spoiler. So it's a completely different type of aero these cars are using now, where instead of pushing everything over the top, they're letting a little bit come through the front grille, around the inside of the car, into the diffuser. A lot more scientific than I'm used to, and a lot more than I need to really worry about with a race car. But it's something these guys have to constantly think about now with these next-gen cars.
Yes, sir. And we see a battle for the lead up there with Montgomery and Whiteman. In the 24 and 41 cars, they were mixing it up just a little bit. And now the 44 of Gilbert has kind of slid down to the bottom line there and is right in front of the 41 of Whiteman. So it looks like they kind of exchanged lanes a little bit from best I could tell there. But they're not letting off the gas any.
They are not. They are rolling. And I can't confirm this, but we've had 8 different laps here so far. And I think 8 different leaders have crossed the line. I cannot confirm that, but these guys are all over the place. I saw the 3 just a lap ago. Our pole sitter, Kish, was all the way back to 13th and is now back up there. I mean, he's sitting right there, 4th row outside, and just back and forth. Typical super speedway racing. You're going to get shuffled out. My strategy is always, I'm very, very conservative on super speedways. I will ride the entire race and never come off the yellow line. It's like if they're going to pass me, they're going to pass me to the outside. But either way, I'm going to get it back later because I'm going to stay right here on the bottom and be patient. And that's what we're seeing a lot of, is just a whole lot of give and take right now. These guys are coming forward, going back, coming forward, going back. It's like watching the waves on the beach. Just everyone just kind of giving and taking throughout the field, making their moves, taking runs when they get them, and not putting anybody in a bad spot. This is a super speedway racing you really love to see.
It sure is, as we're seeing guys on the bottom row kind of lining up. And as soon as I say that, the 14 of Wren kind of, I'm not sure if he was bluffing there or not, or if he just kind of pushed up out of the line. But I really thought those four, the 44, 19, 14, and 21, it looked like to me that they were getting ready to pull away. But as pack racing goes, you're not going to stay out front very long like that by yourself.
Very true. The 14, it looks like he's getting kind of tight here on entry. Second corner in a row, he's really pushed up hard, almost getting into that outside line. I don't know if he's having an issue here with his mechanical issue, or maybe just, again, just the car getting tight. That's going to be something to keep an eye on right there, because that got a little hairy too many times.
Yes, it did, Chris. And with the 21, just like these guys are lined up right now, ready to kind of pull away just a little bit. But I just don't think that the 21 of Barry has enough confidence to be able to stay on the 14's bumper right now with the issues that he's having through the corners.
I believe so too. That's the biggest thing about super speedway racing. You have to know, you have to essentially be able to drive your car as well as anticipate and understand how the people around you are going to drive theirs, because it's almost like you don't want to push when they're in a bad spot or they're going to make a move. You don't want to try to go in for a push. It's all about communication, understanding, nonverbal type issues. I'm sure a lot of these guys have their own voice channels they're going to be racing with each other in, to where they can talk. But it's one of those where you want to try to get with your guys so you understand and you guys can get to the front. And the 14 and 21, I'm not sure how familiar they are with each other, because we're not very familiar with them here in NSRLA and the SoarDogg Cup Series from what I can remember. So this may get a little hairy through here as this race progresses, especially with a lot of these guys not being very familiar with each other. A lot of guys we haven't seen here in a few weeks.
Yeah, and speaking of the 14, I'm not saying he hasn't ran here every single race. I'm just not used to seeing his name, so I'm not sure that he has run every race. And it does kind of make me wonder how familiar guys are with him around here. As we see the 41 to 92 kind of going nose to tail, trying to pull out and kind of take control of this race. As we see the 96 right now, hot on the, well, I think that maybe the 92 of Pollock.
It is Pollock.
Think,
Pollock,
of course.
we were able to talk to Pollock last week after his podium finish. And he told us last week, said, hey, watch out for us at Talladega because we are going to be fast. And sure enough, here he is going for the lead. But let's not take away from the 96 and 93. The two teammates of Allen and Wilson both started this race with EOLs. Let's not forget about that, because they are both right there about to be leading this thing all the way from the back.
Wow. That's a feat in and of itself right there, to be able to come through this many cars as good as these guys are. Oh, as we see the 33 of Lewis get down the line. Oh, my goodness, the 96 goes around.
Big crash. The 21 of Barry around, the 33 around. Big crash here. Black Diamond Designs yellow flag, lap 13, our first caution of the night. Oh, the 96, it's going to be the broadcaster curse for the 96 coming back around. Oh, my Lord, Allen. A lot of damage to that car. Let's run that one back and take a look at her, Landon. Do a little manual rewind here, see what started this whole thing. It might be a little bit of a teammate checkup here. The 93, the 96. I know netcode is a thing, but is reverse netcode a thing? Because that was odd. as the 93 turns the 96 around right into, oh, who was that? And then he comes down and gets Barry in that 21, sending him back up the track. So I did notice, I didn't mention it earlier, I did notice a lot of blinking from the 96 car over the last few laps. And that takes out Janik in the 60 as well. But there was lots and lots of blinking from the 96, and I'm willing to bet that's what caused this issue here with the 93 and the 96 being inside of each other there. But let's see if we can get
Chris.
That was
Yeah,
something.
it looked like to me either somehow or another the 96 ended up looks like he was. I think it was the number 41 car of Whiteman. The front bumper was right up behind the driver's seat of the 41. As we see, Janik right now got a sail up in the air.
Waving in the wind, and these guys don't run fast repairs, so that's going to be lots of damage for a lot of cars, including Barry, who's been up front all day. But the 96, as I mentioned, had been blinking multiple laps before this. He's blinking in and out. We see it a lot with packet loss and things of that nature here on iRacing. And I'm willing to bet the 96 blinked out, and as you guys saw there, at some point his front bumper was just like Tracy said, was in the driver's seat essentially of the 41, and his teammate, the 93, was had his front bumper in the 96's driver's seat. So I'm willing to bet he blinked out and blinked back in, and when he came back in, those cars were essentially both in the same space that his car was occupying, and iRacing did not take too kindly to it. So I believe that's going to be a connection issue causing that caution for the 96. Multiple others involved, which really is troublesome. You never want something of that nature taking out multiple cars in a wreck, because now you got the 21, the 60. There was another car that was involved as well, black and red car that was involved. They all are now involved because of a connection issue, which you never want to see. Gotta hate that. Gonna be a bummer, especially for the 96, but that's iRacing.
Yeah, and Chris, from what I was able to see there, the 96 never disappeared, but he went inside the 41, and then the 93 actually went inside the 96. So I guess by the time connection was established, iRacing had no idea what to do and just kind of caused a netcode caution.
Yeah, that was for sure. Absolutely. It was one of those things, can't really do anything about it, but somebody who chose to stay out here, Gino Volante, somebody we haven't talked about very much this year. Well, I say that. Poor Gino. We have talked about him quite a bit in a few races. He's had some really bad luck here this season so far, involved in lots of incidents at other tracks, but there we go, Gino, giving us something good to talk about tonight, because he is going to be leading some laps here, staying out from that caution. He comes out right ahead of Pollock, leading this thing, and he's going to lead them back to green when we go back green. Obviously, the lights are still on the pace truck. Tracy, so you've been in every one of these SoarDogg Cup Series races with me, whether it be producing or announcing or even both. How much fun have you had with this season so far?
Well, it's been incredible. I tell you, I've got a whole new respect for this car. On iRacing, I haven't run a Cup car since the COT days, and I was so disappointed with it that I kind of wrote off the Cup cars. These guys have kind of rejuvenated my thoughts about that a little bit. They have a great turnout week in and week out. And you can just tell this particular league here is full of great drivers. Every single week, man, we have great battles for the wins, and you can see strategy play out. And whoever's in here racing, I mean, you're going to have to bring your A game all the way around, crew chiefing and driving.
For sure. And I believe what Gino's doing here, because they do get about 31 laps on fuel. So with this caution, they should be able to make it to the end of stage one without having to pit, which I'm willing to bet is what Gino is banking on here, as he did stay out. And based on where Pollock is, Pollock was originally ahead of him. So I'm willing to bet that Gino was the only car that stayed out during that caution. So he's probably going to try to make it to the end of this stage here, which I bet he can. We do, because he'd only be 4 laps short on a tank of fuel, since the stage break is at 35. Yep, right there, 35. These guys, obviously, there are no fast repairs. Stage at 35 and at 70. Full race, 266 miles around this 2.66 mile oval. So that'll do the math on that. That's 100 laps here, ladies and gents. And they do have a choose cone rule here. Looks like everyone is already lined up how they want to restart, as lights are out and we are getting ready to go green once again. Salidas made his way up to 11th so far. Really shook up the field there under that caution, as lots and lots of cars did choose to pit. Some taking 2, some taking 4, and some taking fuel, as the pace truck is off, and we are getting ready for that SoarDogg green flag for the second time in this race. And we will be going to lap 17 here, as they're coming into the restart zone through the tri-oval. As everyone knows, typical Talladega, the cross start finish line is way further down, and we are back green, sponsored by SoarDogg. Big jump for the 35, but here comes Pollock getting through the gears a little faster than that 35 car, and he has help. The 35 of Gino has none. The 41 way back, but they are going to get together here. But the 24 of Montgomery pushing hard to get that 92 out front. Now, will Pollock drop down, or will he stay with the 24 and pull that outside line clear? He is going to stay outside currently, as the 35 and the 41 really trying to hold that bottom, trying to stay down there as they got the help from the 19. And now they drop down. They got the four cars clear, and then leaving the 93 out to dry of Wilson, hanging them high out there up top. But he got help now, as they have a freight train coming up top to match that line on the bottom. And we are at lap 18. Coming to now through the tri-oval. 18 right there. Pollock leads that one. 87 and 93 making a charge here. Steptoe and Wilson pushing. And we got one out by himself. The 12 up top of Jones by himself. Don't think that was any of his doing. And if it was, I bet he's regretting it now. Hoping somebody went with him. And oop, there's the 8 jumping out to get with him, trying to make a move. And they are both going to go right to the back, stuck in the sucker hole, all the way to the back of the pack and fall in line. Man, you got to hate when that happens. How many times that happened to you, Tracy?
More than I'd like to admit, for sure. But, you know, if those guys can keep it together, which, look, I thought a car or two had kind of jumped to that third lane, was going to help him out a little bit. They might be able to generate 3 lanes, probably a little too early in the race right now to try to go 3 wide around this track. I know these guys are capable of it, but your odds of having an incident go up probably exponentially when you have that many cars stacked close.
Yep, for sure. And we are watching these two lines. A heck of a battle between the entire 2 lines right here, just trying to get the momentum up. As we see 2 more jump outside. Bieber, one of those, trying to jump, make a third lane up there. Bieber has help from 1 car, but I'm not seeing any more than that. Just kind of watching through the pack here. Salidas back to 17th, Bieber 16th. Pollock still leading. But the 33 of Lewis and the 23 of Bieber, that 3 connection up top in that third lane, they're holding their own. They're not really losing a ton, but they're holding their own in that outside line. But they're about to start losing momentum because these inside lines are just moving too well. And they're going to fall back to the back. I mean, Lewis, I had the pleasure of racing with Lewis. He came over and ran the Golden Racing League for our Season 1 finale, which was the Next Gen Cars at Indy. He finished podium, his first race ever in the Golden Racing League. So that shows the amount of talent these guys have. To be able to jump around to different leagues like that and still be competitive is no small feat. As we see Mercado also started with an EOL, now jumping up to that third lane, trying to get a few more cars in that third lane. Is Steptoe got his nose inside of the 93 there and almost sent him around. These guys are scattering, trying to think if they want to go line 2 or line 3.
Yeah, and I really think that outside line could work, Chris, if everybody could just get it together. But I'm not exactly sure. We have a couple of cars kind of jumping out.
Oh,
to the
one
outside.
around, 35 around. 35 into the 93 around. A big wreck as the 93 comes back up the track, collecting Bieber and others. 35 washed up the track a little bit on corner entry. The 93 was strapped down tight to his inside, or to his outside, trying to get that side draft, and they just came together. 35 of Gino Volante turns the 93 of Wilson. Oh, poor Isaac. Second incident he is involved in today. The first one with his teammate earlier, but just came together. and the 93 just hooks it straight back up the track and takes a few more guys with him. We'll see right here. A little bit of a side draft here from the 93. Really comes down. 35 just sucks right up to the up top. A little bit of a half lane. They just come together right there. 93 straight up into his teammate again. The 96 again, and Jose Mercado and Bieber. Oh, tough day for the 96 and the 93. Oh, never want to see teammates get into each other, especially twice in one race. What are the odds? That's got to suck. And he takes out Mercado as well, who started with an EOL. Both of those guys, the 96, 93, and the 6, were three of which that all started with EOLs today, and they were running very well. And now they're sitting on pit road getting damage fixed, as Pollock is still your leader. Ooh.
Yeah, and you have to wonder with the 93 coming down like he did there, and trying to get a side draft, you just can't help but wonder if it didn't take the air off the 35 a little bit and got him really tight, and more or less, just like you were describing, just kind of pulled them together and got the 93 sideways.
I've seen it more times than I can count. I'm almost 100% sure that is what happened. I mean, as we're looking at our running order here, we see Steptoe still there in 5th, so he was able to squeeze through that safely, get through all that melee, as he was right behind the 93 as that kind of went down there. But Pollock, Montgomery, Gilbert, Ganger, Steptoe, Wren, Robertson, Jones back up to 8th now after his little dropout earlier. Gino Volante still in P9, and then Whiteman in 10. Pollock with the fake out on pit road there. These guys, 90% of them, I'm willing to bet, unless they have damage, will be going to the end of this stage before they come into the pits. Because when we go back green, probably going to be looking at 10 to go in the stage. And as we know, top 10 will get stage points. So this is going to be a big one here, as our pole sitter right now is sitting P11. Trying to get a few stage points here at the end of this thing. But lots and lots of damaged race cars from that one. And we still got a long way to go here, Tracy.
Yeah, we sure do, Chris, and I totally agree with you there. I don't think I'd be on pit road right now, unless I've got some damage to fix. Trying to, I don't know. I mean, well, now that I think about it, I mean, let's just say you're riding around the back of the pack, Chris, and, I mean, do you come in there? Have you gone enough laps to top it off with fuel? Would that help you in any way? Because I don't guess it would, because everybody else is going to be coming in during the stage break, and they'll be topping off as well. I was just trying to think of any kind of advantage you would have by being able to pit right now, especially if you're running near the back of the pack.
One of the small advantages, if you do get off cycle here, since we are getting 31 laps of fuel, you cannot run if stage 2 goes completely green to checkered without a caution. These cars cannot make it an entire stage without pitting. Mm-hmm. So if you were to pit now and get fuel, you could actually run and lead multiple laps. Basically, essentially flip the stage. Give up stage points to give yourself a chance to win at the end. Based on how the pit stops would fall, you would have to come in and get fuel with about 15 to go at the end of the race. So if they were to flip it right now, they would be able to come out, finish the stage, and would not have to pit in stage 2 until the halfway point in that stage, which if they get a caution, then they could put themselves in really, really good position, because we already know that everyone's going to pit during the stage. So if you short pit now, after the stage, you're going to come out with the lead. And if you get a caution in stage 2, you're going to win stage 2 as well. So it's a good chance to flip that stage there. It's really just how they plan to play it. But I don't know if anyone has. I mean, personally, if I were in the race, I wouldn't be able to think that far ahead. I'm only able to do that because I'm sitting here in a chair with an Oklahoma cream soda from the Oklahoma Soda Company, sitting here just hanging out and watching this race. But being in the car, that's something you're not really going to think about. You're like, well, we're just going to do what we normally do and pit at the stage.
Well, but Chris, I don't mean to cut you off. Just want to let you know, I've got a calculator right here in front of me, and I'm staring at it. The problem is I don't know what numbers to put in there, so it does me absolutely no good. One thing I would like to mention, though, one of the safest places you could be is out front in P1. The only next safest place will be parked in the pits, and you don't want to be there. So if you could flip this stage and sort of, be able to go up front and stay there, that's one of the more safest places you can be. But with all this competition, I don't know if that's such a good idea or not either.
For sure, because I mean, we saw how it worked out for Gino Volante right there. He restarted after that last caution. Everyone else pitted and he didn't, and he restarted pole, and he ends up involved in the next accident. So you never really know how it's going to plan out. Just typical super speedway racing, especially at Talladega. Everything you do is a roll of the dice, and the crazy part about it is, after you roll them and they stop moving, they're still going to roll one more time without you rolling them, and there is nothing you can do about it. That's how big of a crapshoot this race is.
Yeah, and I never was any good at gambling. Although I have figured out a whole lot more ways to lose a race than how to win one.
There are, you couldn't have said that better. In racing, there are lots of ways to lose a race. But in super speedway racing, there's way more ways to lose a race and even have it taken away from you. But we are going green here with 10 to go. The pace truck is off. Pollock and Gilbert will be your front row as these guys are creeping around here. Not many cars. I mean, we have 5 cars in the outside lane as we are back green, presented by a SoarDogg. Pollock, big jump. Will he try to jump up and block that outside line because he's going to have no help for a second? No, but the 41 comes down, jumps in behind Pollock, leaves the 14 up high with only 5 cars up top and all the momentum on the bottom thanks to the choose cone. Everyone chose the inside line. 44 now with an odd move, jumping back up to the outside line. Don't really understand that strategy because now the bottom line is freight training. The 92, 24, 22 rolling right along. Okay, I spoke too soon. The 44 holding his own there on that outside line. He might know what he's doing a lot better than I do.
Yeah, I saw that move, Chris, and it looked kind of pre-planned to me. I figured they had an agreement, let Pollock kind of take the lead. The 44 would dive in right behind him. Maybe they were going to work together. But no sooner had he got behind Pollock, he decided to go back up to the high line.
For sure.
As we see the 14 right now pushing on the 44 of Gilbert. They may take the lead on the outside. I mean, they're holding a pretty formed up line on that outside right now.
They really are. I'm getting very, very nervous, though, watching this. I'm watching this 14, and he's sweeping, doing a lot of sweeping side to side, and it looks like the 44 of Gilbert saw it as well as he dives down the inside. But there was a lot of sweeping all the way through that corner of the 14 on the rear of the 44, and it was really antsy on that outside line. As we're seeing now the 19 of Brock pushing the 14, getting a little bit of an accordion bump there, pushing the 14 out front. And we have yet another leader, 26 laps in, and we have another leader here. I don't know how many lead changes we've had, but it is typical Talladega of having a ton of them. As the outside line has, in fact, taken the lead, and they are 4 cars clear, and the 99 drops down under the 33, and he is going for the lead as he gets up on the 14, and they're coming by the lap car of Janik on the outside. Lap cars always seem, not by their fault by any means, but always seem to bottleneck everything up. Looks like they got him in a good spot there, and everybody able to get by cleanly. 14, 99, 44, rolling the bottom. I love super speedway racing because you get to talk about people you usually don't talk about. I mean, we're seeing Wren here in the 14 out front leading. 99 of Robertson right there behind him. These guys pushing. Robertson going to the outside. They know that it's coming down to crunch time at the end of this stage, and they are pushing and shoving, trying to get out front because every point matters. You win the stage, it's 10. Second place is 9. That could be the difference in the championship, Tracy.
Yes, it could. And like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure about the 14, how many races he has ran here, but it may be a thing where he's not really too concerned about stage points. But I know a lot of these other cars that I'm seeing up here, the 99, the 19 of Brock, Gilbert, Lewis, Pollock, Salidas, all of these guys want every single point that they can get, and it's very important that they finish as good as they can at this stage break.
For sure. Oh, Landon, get your camera on the 12 there if you can. I've been watching him a couple laps kind of out of the corner of the screen, and he is making me very, very nervous on the rear bumper of this 8 car. He keeps getting on that left rear bumper of the 8, and if he gets an off-center push too hard, they're going to have a big, big pileup right there as he's kind of backed out a little bit now, but he's getting such a good run on the 8, and he's getting the 8's kind of washing up, and he's getting on that left rear corner right here. I saw it a couple times. Looks like they're going to be okay now, but man, that's the most nervous I've been for any cars watching this race so far, as he's kind of got it all in line now. They're kind of shaking it out. Everything looks good. Man, he sure had me worried for a couple laps there. As the 8, it looked like the 8 was going around a couple times. You can see 12 of Jones way up the track, way down the track, kind of all over. The 10 can't really give him a push, and he can't get a good push to the 8, and you can see the struggle that it's causing that outside line right now, as the inside line has now got a lead of 5 cars on the outside line. The 12 still way outside, as well as the 8 way outside, out of the line. They cannot keep that outside line organized, and the 24 and the 63 are paying the price right now, as everyone is bailing out from behind the outside line and dropping down. Got one going outside. The 41 going around the 8. Where is the 12? Did we lose the 12? Showing him P10, he has decided to fall out of the pack. He's dropped back here, and he says, you guys have at it, as they're still rolling along. That outside line trying to get momentum. 5 to go here as they come to the line left in the stage. Everybody shuffling, pushing, shoving as they come across the line. It says Wilson in the 93 is the final stage point currently in P10, with Kostick in the 8 right behind him. But that may be shaking up here soon, because that outside line is starting to get organized a little bit again. But it appears that Kostick can't quite make up his mind if he wants to create a new line or jump into that second line. But Lewis knows exactly where he wants to be, as him and Robertson are out front with the 14 of Wren clear as well. 3 cars clear now on that inside line.
Oh, boy, that got a little hairy right there with the 99. Got a little off-center on the 33. I was a little bit worried about that. And you coined a new term. I don't know. Maybe that's something that they use all the time. But that sweeping action, that's what I like to call it. That's a great description of it. And, whenever I find myself not being able to line up with the car in front of me and I start to do that sweeping thing, I'll kind of hit the brakes just a little bit to keep from doing the sweeping on the bumper of the car in front of me.
Ooh, big check up there for everybody. Yeah, for sure. Something that brought that to my attention. I was watching Dale Earnhardt Jr. give Cletus a tour of the museum there, where they have the what they call the baseball car, the car that was there that they had that was so dominant back in the day with the super speedways. And he showed the helicopter tape that they would run on the nose of the cars. As we come around a lap car here, and everyone gets bottlenecked up. But he was showing the helicopter tape and how if they would sweep across the rear bumper of a car, it would hook them. And he would call it that tongue tied. He called it sweeping the rear bumper, because that tape would get on there and get sticky and get a bunch of gunk on there. And when you would bump someone, if you weren't centered up, you would actually turn their car and be able to hook them. That sweeping action it's amazing to me that they brought it to iRacing in multiple different disciplines, in super speedway racing specifically, with different genres of car, to where that sweeping action, you could actually control the car ahead of you by sweeping that rear bumper like that. It essentially grabs that bumper. But yeah, sweeping is never a good thing to do unless you really, really trust the guy that's in front of you.
Yeah, I never, when I race them, I never trust the guy that's behind the wheel. So when I start sweeping like that, most of the time, good things are not a result. So I definitely have learned my lesson over the years about that.
For sure. I mean,
boy, it's just getting chaotic here, Chris. There's a single line that's kind of struck out here with the 99 of Robertson, Lewis, Brock, and Skadel. And then everybody else behind them is kind of running 2 by 2, but they're not getting organized. And if they don't do something
They're about to have a
really
wreck
quick,
right here. The 14 and the
yes, it's-
44. Oh,
it
man.
is getting dicey.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God.
Okay. 14. Oh, okay. Four wide, four wide. Gino Volante in the grass. Keeps her together, and we are the white flag of the stage. Now,
Wow, that
on
was
the
close.
That was on the lap coming to the white. I can only imagine how the white's going to be now with Wren and the 70 of Macomas and Pollock. I mean, the 93 already involved in 2 incidents is up here running essentially P5 on the inside line and looking to get some solid stage points. Is Wren making some very, very aggressively defensive moves, if that's even a term. We're gonna say it is for the time being. Aggressively defensive moves as Robertson, Lewis, and Skladell may take the top 3 stage points here with the 93 Wilson P5 on the stage. And that'll be your yellow flag stage break sponsored by Black Diamond Designs. Lots of guys going to be pitting here. Your top 10 for the stage as they run. Let's get a rundown here. We're going to do your top 5, of course. Charles Robertson, Dustin Lewis, Derek Skladell, Isaac Wilson, Brett Wren, your top 5. And then Pollock, Gilbert, Montgomery, Ganger, and McComas will be your stage point recipients. Steptoe, Jones, and Brock just barely missing the stage points, coming in 11, 12, 13. But a great stage there. These guys are going to get a little bit of a breather now, thankfully, get a little break. You get to come down to the pits, grab a drink, maybe some peanut butter crackers, peanut butter sandwich, no jelly, of course, as Carl Edwards would say. Peanut butter only. Grab them a snack. And we are going to do the same with them right here on Leadfoot TV. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back right here with you when they go back green here in the SoarDogg Cup Series on NSRLA. Stay with us. Welcome back to Leadfoot TV, the SoarDogg Cup Series in NSRLA, and they are getting ready to go green, and we are going to go green with you right here as Scladell and Lewis are leading them down front row here. Great pit stops for both of these two as we're showing Steptoe and Wren in positions 3 and 4. McComas and Robertson, almost said Roberson again, right there in 5 and 6. Ganger and Kish, our pole sitter Kish, sitting in P8. Pollock and Montgomery, 9th and 10th. And that'll be your top 10 as they get ready to go for stage 2 here. The Black Diamond Designs 250 from the mecca of speed, Talladega Super Speedway. The track that even scared Richard Petty when it was originally opened, is now one of the staples in motorsports. Multiple country songs written about this track. A multi-million-dollar motion picture starring Will Ferrell carrying its namesake by, well, I guess we can say the only one that could potentially rival Daytona as the most well-known racetrack in the world, Talladega Super Speedway, right here for all the action tonight with the SoarDogg Cup Series. And we are getting ready to go green one more time for stage 2. Tracy, call the green with us and let me know what your thoughts are for stage 2.
Okay, as we see the green flag for the sponsored by SoarDogg, we got the 10 of Skadel shooting out to our early lead. The 87 Steptoe, just a half car length back behind, but the 33 of Lewis has got a good run with the 14 and the 22 right in tow. So they are already working on getting the cars lined up on that outside line. And I tell you something, Chris, these as we saw early on in the first stage, man, there was a lot of exciting racing going on, and we're not even halfway yet. So you know, by the time the end of this race gets here, it's going to get really, really intense. And there are going to be a lot of guys fighting for that checkered flag.
For sure. I'm going to call it now, and I'm going to say I hope I'm wrong. Well, okay, let's be honest. The drivers hope I'm wrong. But from a fan and broadcaster perspective, we expect it inside 10 to go. There is going to be a giant crash with 10 to go, if not 1 to go here at Talladega. And I'm just waiting for it because no one really races very hard here until it's 10 to go if they know what's good for them. But it looks like, as I say that,
yeah.
The 14 must not know what's good for him because he is digging right now. He is Mr. Excitement tonight. He is all over these guys, and he's giving us something to watch.
Yeah, I didn't mean to step on you there, buddy, but that's exactly where my eyes went when you said, you know, take it easy if you know what's good for you. And I saw the 14 moving back and forth, pushing, looking to make a pass, get in line. So the 14 has been very aggressive tonight, but you got to hand it to him. It has been working for him because he's been up in this top 10 all night long.
100%. But you can also see that front bumper is beat to heck right now. If we can get like a rear bumper cam off the 33 there, Landon, I don't know if it's shadow or what, but it looks like his bumper's beat up a little bit. Not a ton. Okay, not as much as I thought. It was more shadow than anything else, but, ooh, great shot of the radiator there. And we see that inner air diffuser as he's, sweeping hard on the 33. That's never what you want to see. You never want to see that sweeping. That is very, very dangerous. But luckily he noticed it and he backed off pretty quickly. As there's single file now, bottom row. You hear it all the time in super speedway racing on iRacing. Do not push the pusher. So he's trying to stay off the 33 right now, but that outside line has really gained that momentum when those guys drop down.
Yeah, I wish I knew which guys were actually teammates here. You know, I've seen all these guys. I'm not familiar enough with them to know who's working with each other. I do know that, well, I do see several groups in here teamed up in team chats there. So maybe I can work it out by the end of this broadcast and determine who's on what team and who's working together. Of course, all that's out the window on the last lap anyway.
For sure. I mean, just with Black Diamond Motorsports, we're seeing Alex Pollock, Andy Berry, Brett Wren, Dustin Lewis, Evan Janik, Travis Gilbert, all in one team there. Stephen Gill and Gino Volante are in another chat together. Isaac Brock and Isaac Wilson with Fast Living Motorsports are over there in a chat. With Maverick Motorsports, obviously, we have Brock Whiteman and Michael Kish right there. And I believe Caustic as well as a member of Maverick in the 8 car. And then Ancient World Gaming, Charles Robertson and Stephen McComas are there. So lots and lots of guys definitely in the same voice channels, able to communicate. So I'm going to just assume that they are all part of the same team, as we're showing the 33 and the 92 working together out front right now, as we know that they do have the same voice channel. And these guys are rolling at the moment. Everybody getting pretty much single file on that bottom line. 92, 33, 14, and 10 out clear of the pack, as the pack is coming back. But don't quite have enough energy on that outside, Tracy.
Yeah, they've kind of spread out like a deck of cards up there over the last lap or so. They're trying to regroup right now. But I just wanted to comment on Pollock and Lewis. It does look like they must, well, like you just mentioned, they are team members. I'm assuming they're in the same voice chat. And they seem to be willing to kind of work together. And that's probably a good thing, being in positions 1 and 2. Because like I said earlier, that's probably one of the safest places on this track, short of being on the hook down in the pits.
Definitely. Absolutely. The best position right now for anyone to be in is where Pollock is sitting, with someone you trust, someone you can communicate with, and otherwise right there between you and this angry hornet's nest that's behind you. Pollock is sitting pretty right now, not having to race the 33 too hard. He knows he's got his back and he can just ride. But what we're seeing is right now Lewis is taking all that pressure that Pollock would normally have. So I'll guarantee you Lewis is, his eyeballs are in that mirror more than they are out the windshield right now.
Yes, we see the 3 of Kish coming back up here with the number 10 of Skadel. And now he's getting the 22 of Ganger. So those are some familiar names in this league that are starting to team up. And it'll be interesting to see how much they work with the 14 there of Wren, who I believe you said was with Black Diamond Motorsports.
I believe so. I believe I saw him in their voice channel. And we know the 3 has a lot of speed. I mean, obviously he won the pole here today. So we know the 3 has a lot of speed in that race car. He's just not had the ability to team up with teammates and find matchups that worked well for his car to really keep him up front like these other guys have. As we see Janik right here in the middle of the pack, and I believe Janik is still a lap down. I'm not sure who was able to get the lucky dog last stage break, but yeah, Janik definitely currently 25th, Black Diamond Motorsports, involved in that major crash earlier. His hood flapping in the wind like a paper towel, essentially. And just kind of here riding with the pack, trying not to lose anymore, put himself in position for the lucky dog. But currently, the lucky dog is Wilson in the 93, 9 laps down in 20th. So we have 19 cars on the lead lap here. Wilson in the 93 must have went and got some of that damage fixed. He's now 10 laps down, showing Wilson 10 laps down now. So he may be still on pit road here, as we are almost to halfway.
And how about the 70 of McComas coming up here, making it up to the 3rd position there on the inside line. He's kind of getting up here with Lewis and Pollock. Wonder if he's going to kind of help bring that line together and keep it together, because they're getting quite a battle on the outside with these other guys that have teamed up. They may, and yes, they actually did take the lead. There's Gilbert and Wren go to 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, it looked like a big checkup on that bottom line, because we saw 3 cars get very clear on the outside line very quickly, and that's usually a sign of a big issue on the bottom line. The 92, the 33, or the 70 down there. One of them might have got a little squirrely and cost all the momentum, as they're still just blowing by them on the outside. Something may be amiss with Alex Pollock, or it may be according to strategy. He might have just wanted to back out there and get out of that little hornet's nest that it was able to catch up with him. But definitely looks like he's still falling back here. Just everybody going by on that outside. Not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, the only thing I could guess is maybe once he lost the lead, he decided that he was going to kind of take a little safer route and put a cushion between him and the 14. Or, well, he's not. Yeah, that is the 92 is Pollock. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe give the 14 a little bit more cushion and sort of draft with him, but not push him.
Makes me
Especially
wonder
being
as well.
that they're, yeah, especially since they're on the inside line. You know, that outside line has to do a lot more work to be able to pass the inside line. They have to be a lot more disciplined and together and have more cars. And that goes back to your point you were saying at the beginning of this race. You know, whenever you run this thing, hug that yellow line and make them form a pack and go around you.
Something else we're not thinking about, Tracy, that Alex Pollock might have realized. These cars get 31 laps of fuel. The stage is 35 laps. We've got a spin somewhere that we're trying to find, potentially Longworth in the 88. And P19 might be what we're showing. He did definitely. I watched him bail out earlier. He did bail out of line and drop back. But he's hanging way back right now. Thought it was a spin, but essentially just kind of backed out of line there. But going back to what we were talking about Pollock, he's been leading every lap since we came back from the end of stage one. Could he possibly, since every car is going to be 4 laps short on fuel, could he have decided to drop in line and get off that throttle a little bit to try to make it to the end of the stage in case we go green here? He will not have to pit to get to the end of the stage, but everyone else may have to, especially these guys racing really hard.
Well, I think that's a great strategy, to be honest with you. Man, that's using your head beside something for a hat rack, which is way better than what I could do, especially when I'm behind the wheel. But yeah, the odds of us going green all the way to the stage breaker, probably pretty slim. Not these guys can't do it. I mean, they've racked up right many green flag laps right now, and everybody seems to be playing nice with one another, but all it's going to take is a small mistake. And I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I think that would be a pretty good strategy to go by or to go for.
Really is, because he's playing it very safe. He's not falling very, very far back, so he's not going to lose a lot of stage points by doing this. And this is the thing, and no matter how far he falls back, all these guys that are out front leading are using at least a quarter more fuel than the guy in second. And the further back into the pack you go, the less air is on your car and the more fuel you can save. So I'm willing to bet he's not full throttle at all, because he's not getting up on the rear of Wren whatsoever. He is nowhere near getting close to him, trying to push. He is literally on cruise control right now, trying to suck 4 laps out of this car to make it to the end of this stage. I can almost tell you with certainty that is his strategy right now, is to get those 4 extra laps and make it to the end of the stage without having to pit.
Yeah, and going back a couple of laps, just wanted to give you an update. It was the 12 of Caleb Jones and the 45 of Jordan Bridgers got together. It looked like to me the 45 kind of got into the bumper of the 12, sent him down the apron, smoke going everywhere, but he was able to regain control before even hitting anything. So at worst, he's got just some flat spotted tires, but the 12 of Caleb Jones is back on track, and now he's out there running by himself. So hopefully he don't get a lap down before the stage gets here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm showing Bieber currently 1 lap down, Bridges 2 laps down. They're coming up there, looks like on the 88 of Longworth. They're about to put a lap down, so he will be the first car a lap down here, as they are getting kind of tight on that bottom line. Getting kind of
well, 3 wide,
up.
Chris, 3 wide. 88, yep. 3 and the 19.
Yep.
Boy, that was tight.
Oh, the 10's around. Lap car,
Skadel.
lap car.
Skadel, Kish, and I think that was Lewis as well.
Darn. Poor Longworth just trying to stay out of the way on the bottom. I don't know the experience level here, but normally
I'm sorry, Longworth had just bailed out a couple of laps ago, pulled out of the pack, apparently intentionally, just to let everybody go. So anyway, didn't mean to cut you off there, Chris. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're okay. I agree with you 100%. Just normally you would see a lap car at Talladega going to the outside, but it wasn't his fault by any means. They just caught him in a bad spot where he wasn't able to get up top. The 3 kind of squeezed him down below the apron and gets a little squirrely there as he gets those left side tires below the apron just a hair. The 3 and the 88 kind of bounce off each other, and that sends the 3 up into the 10 of Skladell and sends the 10 on around. We're just lucky there. You can see right there the 19 squeezed the 3 down, bouncing up, and they just hook together, and the 3 goes around. Woo! What a view from Whiteman as they go around. Somehow don't wad up the whole field. That is praise enough right there. But the 33 of Lewis did get some damage in that exchange, as did the 10 and the 3, but hopefully not too much. We're not seeing a ton of damage here on Derek Skladell. Just like you said earlier, probably flat spot and tires. But if Pollock couldn't make it to the end on fuel now of stage 2, he definitely can now, because this is going to be a chance for everyone to save fuel. And this is going to make it where every single driver can make it to the end of stage 2 on fuel thanks to this caution, as we do have, looks like 25 to go. In this stage. We've got 10 laps so far since the stage break, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe less. But yeah, they should definitely...
Can you put the race details up real quick, Landon?
There we go, yeah.
So lap
going
70,
to lap 70.
35.
So they should have more than enough fuel, but we're seeing lots of guys here that are deciding that they are going to split the stage. And they may try to two-stop this thing and get to the end, as we got 45 to go in the race. So if you stop now, you can stop one more time and make it to the end. So they're gonna essentially give up these stage points, or planned stage points, to be able to flip this thing to the end. Because with 44 to go, that puts us at lap 56, I believe, if my math is not wrong. So with lap 56,
I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head, playing crew chief here. Lap 56, these guys can two-stop this thing, or they can make it on one more stop from here. They're getting 31 laps of fuel. You've got 56 laps to go. They can make it on one more stop. Very good strategy here. They're essentially giving up the stage points to be able to stop closer to the end and get the fuel at the end there. Here's the thing, though. How many guys actually pitted and how many stayed out? Because if more people pitted, it would make a lot more sense to split the stage now, because you have a lot better chance of getting back up front. But I'm showing all the way back to the 21 there. Obviously did not pit. Trying to see who is ahead of them. So the 21, the 8, and others that did not pit. Our scoring tower is not staying up with where we are. Montgomery, after all is said and done, Montgomery should end up being our leader. The 88 of Longworth will be the lucky dog. 24 Montgomery will be Montgomery, Lewis, Robertson, Caustic, and Gilbert is what I'm showing. Yep, there we go, as the 21 is now fallen back to his position. Okay, so we are all lined up here. So it looks like only 2 to 3, potentially 4 cars stayed out. Obviously, Gilbert was the first one out of the pits. So Montgomery, Lewis, Robertson, and Caustic stayed out. So what we're going to see is those guys are going to be pitting at the stage. The question is, what is the best strategy to be on in this situation? That's the tough one. What do you think, Tracy?
Does that tell you anything?
Yeah,
I'm just confused. I did see that Gino Volante in the number 35 car was just given an EOL penalty. Not 100% sure what that was about, but just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Wonder what that was for.
But yeah, the strategy on these things, you know, I don't know. It's almost like you need to be a full-time crew chief, just like in the real on the real Cup teams, to be able to work out all the mileage, the laps you got to go, the stage breaks, and your position on the track to kind of see what's going to work out best from your vantage point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's man, at this point I think we're pretty much just holding on just like the rest of these guys are. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. Because we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see how this thing plays out, to be honest with you, because I ain't got a clue at this point. We're just here enjoying the heck of a show these guys are putting on. But what I'm seeing here, if you look at the nose of the 33, he is gonna have an air dam right there. Is that going to hurt this outside line is going to be the big question we're about to get the answer to as we go back green here in a second. It's like it's not a ton of damage, but it's definitely going to be enough for the iRacing model to take notice. Pace truck is off. Ooh, these guys are getting antsy already. I can just feel it. As Kevin Hart would say, it's about to go down. We are going green again. SoarDogg, green flag. The 24 Montgomery with a big jump out front. The 99 and 33, Robertson and Lewis staying bunched up together, pushing as the 24 jumps outside to block that run because he knows that Kostick is way back with giving him no help, blocking that run on the outside, and he comes back down now, working both of these lines. The 24 working the top, working the bottom, keeping that lead, keeping those guys side by side. He has a way better chance of trying to keep this lead. The question is, how long does he keep that up? As we see now, Lewis starting to creep up on that outside. Montgomery choosing to stay down with Kostick. And we got a couple cars hung out to dry on the outside, one of which is the 3 of Kish. A little bit of help back there with Barry. Kish back down to the inside now as 2 cars, the 21 and the 63 of Solitis, hung out to dry on the outside. 93 of Wilson making his way up through the middle. Pollock moves up to get a push from Wilson, slamming the door across his hood there. And they are rolling right along this middle line. The 14 still having trouble all over the back bumper. The 19 shoots up the track. Honestly, do not know if it was intentional or not, because he was on that bumper hard. Everybody checking up behind him. This is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, Pollock just took a shot from the 93, and I'm not sure Pollock may have rolled out of the gas or not, but that one got a little bit dicey. I thought he was going to get put into wall, but everybody seems to be able to recover from where they were at. As we see the 10, oh man, a Skadell, and the 14.
14 giving another push to Skladell there. Man, I got to tell you, no hate to the 14 whatsoever, because I love aggressive drivers, but he is making me nervous the entire race. Because I'm the type of driver, I don't like to race around people who I don't know what they're thinking. And he does things so quickly and so fast and so decisively, which in super speedway racing, indecisiveness gets you wrecked faster than anything else. But he makes moves so quickly without a second thought that it's terrifying. But from a fan perspective, it is so much fun to watch.
Yes, it is. And you can really take a look at that outside line, man. Those top 4 guys, 4 or 5, they're really putting together a nice straight line. So they're going to be able to contend with that lower line if they can keep this up.
And
there went the broadcaster first.
Jerry Solitis out front gets his first lap led of today, I think. We've talked about him a couple times, but the driver out of DuPont, Pennsylvania here, leading this thing. Where did he even come from in that big red car? As we saw the 24, the 33, and then Solitis all of a sudden just appeared up there. The old big red magician out front right now, leading this lower line as they have kind of broken away from that upper line. They are 6-7 cars clear of the bottom. 41 and 22 decided to jump outside there. The 41 trying to make a move. 99 trying to get a little side draft on him, pull him back. And they are hitting the air there. The outside line has help. 22. 22, 3.
Wow.
Ooh, 24 gets edged up by Lewis, gets kind of pushed out of the groove, and the outside line moves around. The 41 comes around of Whiteman trying to get by the 24, but the 22 of Ganger stays with him on that inside line, and we are 3 wide, 6 rows deep for the first time today at Talladega. First time we have seen this many cars lined up nose to tail, 3 wide in this race. This is the Talladega the fans want to see. Question is, when and who makes the first mistake to cause the big one now, as we are coming to 37 to go here. As these guys are, they are all over the place. It's about to come to an end. I'm calling it right now. They don't make it through another lap like this. There ain't no way they make it another lap.
Chris, I think they have started this probably about 10 laps too early. The time to dig starts on lap 25, and right now we've got 37 to go. So I'm with you, man. You just can't. I just think there's just too many variables going on to run 3 by 3 by 3 that far back. And look, the line that's moving the best right now
4
is
wide. The 10, 19, 22, and 21. 4 wide as Brock chases Skladell down the track when he jumps out of line. Still 4 wide as they come out of 4 through the tri-oval. Still 4 wide. Finally shakes back down to 3 wide. Wow. I'm out of words.
Yeah, Chris, I tell you what, I felt butterflies down there in my stomach doing backflips, man. I was just waiting for the big one to happen right there and see how many bowling pins got knocked down. But I told you these guys are good. This is a good league right here. They got a lot of talent, but that was kind of pushing it to the edge right there, I think.
That was a crazy move. Skladell just dove underneath Brock, and Brock chased him all the way to that yellow line, trying to stay with him, and just got off center. But they're back to 2 by 2 by 2 here. No more of that 3 wide business. They didn't really enjoy that too much, I don't think. But we see the 24 kind of rooting the 41 up out of that inside line, dumping him off up there in front of Gilbert, as Montgomery and Whiteman leading this thing, but being pushed by our pole sitter, Kish, in that 3 car. Kish now moves into 3rd position, looking to get the 24 clear so he can try to take this lead, with Skladell running 3rd row inside line, and Solitis now back there 4th row inside line. And these guys are still 2 by 2 as the 14 of Wren made his way back up here again. 44, Gilbert diving under Whiteman, bailing out, leaving him high and dry with the 14-33, and coming back up. What a smart move, but it is going to bite him as the 24 Montgomery is going to make the move again. 44 cannot decide who he wants to go with, and he dumps off the 41 for Wren on the outside, as Pollock is also going to go by the 41 of Whiteman, dumping him off into that sucker hole in the middle. Everyone going by on both sides now as he falls all the way back outside the top 10. Yellow flag sponsored by Black Diamond Designs. That is going to be the end of stage 2.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize it had gotten here that quick. I was sitting there watching this race, looking at the cars bumping each other, going back and forth, swapping inside, outside, going 4 wide, back to 3 wide. The outside line would string up together and look like they were going to make a push, then it falls apart and then comes back together all in 1 lap.
So there's 100 laps. That means stage 2 should have been lap 30, but it's lap 30, or should have been lap 70, but it looked like we did the stage 2 at lap 65. Odd. So it should have been lap 35 and lap 70, but instead it was lap 35 and lap 65, which will give a longer run to the end of this thing. But your stage point winners here for the end of stage 2 will be Montgomery, Kish, Skladell, Solitis, Gilbert, Wren, Lewis, Pollock, Ganger, and Wilson. Brock, Whiteman, Robertson, barely missing those top 10 points. Brock falling all the way from P3 to P11 in one corner when he got stuck in that sucker hole in the middle. Let's we're not going to take a break here, but what I want to do, I want to key up someone who has put on a heck of a show tonight. I want to try to drag Brett Wren into the booth here and kind of get his thoughts on tonight's race real quick. If you can drag him here, Landon. I can't drag him all the way down.
Just wanted to give you an update here, Chris, real quick. The 60 of Janet got put into wall.
Awesome.
And so that is the reason for the caution, but this may take us all the way to the stage break.
Gotcha. 60 of Janik into the wall. That will be the cause of the caution. That's why there was a short stage there. But we are joined. We're keyed up here with Brett Wren. Brett, so kind of talk us through how it's going out there, man, because you have been Mr. Excitement tonight.
Oh, dude, that last run there where we went 3 wide as a team, that was great. And we're doing good. We're all working together. So Black Diamonds all working together. So we're just trying to manage our fuel and manage our spots too for these stages, because I know a few of them need some points.
For sure. I know it's really smart. You're working with your teammates who have been here a lot. Have you ran any other races with the SoarDogg Cup Series yet this year? Because to be honest, I don't remember calling your name in any of the races so far this year.
I have before. I think it was before you guys started broadcasting, but I took a break, and super speedways are kind of my niche because I'm not really good at anything else, but I have a good skill with this at least. So I figured I'd hop on tonight, but I'll come back here and there. Definitely not full time. I got a busy schedule.
Gotcha. Hey, well, definitely a great weapon to have for these Black Diamond Motorsports guys. I mean, you're up there up front giving them pushes when they need it. Definitely a major, major weapon in that Black Diamond arsenal and the dominance they've showed this year so far. But appreciate you. Keep putting on a great show. Let's get to the end of this thing, and we'll toss you back up there to your guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Hopefully one of us talk to you guys here at the end.
Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oh, so we're going to be coming down, 30 to go. So as it stands, when we go back green, every car in the field can make it to the end on fuel. The question is, will everyone pit here or will they not? If they don't pit here, I don't understand the strategy, because if it's a 31 lap run, they can make it to the end from here. I don't know why you wouldn't pit here if no one has. Tracy, what are your thoughts?
Well, if I hadn't made it clear sooner there, Chris, I have no idea, man. I am totally lost, dude. I do apologize. I wish I was more prepared, but it's just kind of hard to do that much math in my head, and with everybody moving around, a lap down, the stages and everything. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why I've lost so many races. What do you think?
Man, I don't know. You've ran more races than I'll ever dream about racing. So, I mean, as far as that goes, I have no opinion on that whatsoever. But we got a little more time here. They're still single filed out. I want to talk to one more guy. He kind of got a bad shake there towards the end of that thing. If we can find Isaac Brock, Fast Living Motorsports, I want to try to get him in the booth here real quick. He just kind of got shaken out of that whole deal there a second ago. If we could try to key him up. Isaac, Chris Golden and Tracy Brown up here in the booth. You got us?
Sure do.
Dude, what a man, I don't even know what to call it. It was just, I can't say a bad word on the broadcast, but dadgummit, you kind of got screwed right there at the end of that stage, buddy.
Yeah. Got sent 4 wide there in the tri-oval, and then got it back working on the high side and missed at least one stage point, barely.
For sure. I mean, heck, you were what, probably P3, P4, and then the very next lap, you're P11, and you got caught in that sucker hole and went straight to the back and just couldn't. As soon as you found somebody, you were on your way back up, but by then it was too late, man. Typical Talladega for you. There's nothing you could do about it, but man, putting up a heck of a fight so far this race, and we got 30 to go. So what's your plan for the rest of this thing?
Well, just put the hammer down and try to make some smart moves. Put myself around some people that are good at pushing, and hopefully they'll stay with me till the end.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you again here in 31 laps. We're going to be coming to 30 here. You guys are about to do the choose cone and get ready to go 1 to green. Always a pleasure having you in here, and hope to get to I've been tongue tied all night tonight. Hopefully we get to have you in here again after the checkered falls.
Sure hope so.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later on.
Thank you.
And we are still not quite. We're going to be going 1 to green here, I believe. I think we're going to be going 1 to green this time. Lights are still going, so we've got another lap. Let's see who else we want to talk to. Who else has put on a heck of a show today? Let's talk to our pole sitter, Michael Kish, in the old 3-car. Michael, Chris Golden, Tracy Brown up here in the booth. You got us?
Yep, I can hear you guys.
Heck yeah, buddy. Hell of a run today so far. I mean, started this thing on the pole, sitting here P2 right now. Kind of talk us through where you been. Your car's beaten and battered right now, but still running P2. And what's your plan for the rest of this thing?
I just want to manage my fuel. I've been running with my teammate Brock. We've been doing a really good job. I've been in the back most of the race. I got shuffled back from the start, but I'm up here now. I'm trying to make a run. After this stage, I believe I can save enough fuel to make it, so it'll be all from there.
For sure. So you think you can go all the way to the end of the race without a stop here? I mean, you guys were getting, what, about 31 laps of fuel. We're going to be probably 29, 30 to go here. So you think you'll be in the green then?
Yeah, 100%. I just got to run my race now, try to make smart moves, and just run to the best of the ability I can, and hopefully come away with a victory.
Heck yeah, man. Be a heck of a feat to win this thing from the pole. Doesn't happen very often here at Talladega. Hopefully, I've said it to a couple other guys I've talked to, hopefully we get to talk to you again at the end of this thing. Be a heck of a story to tell to win Talladega from the pole. That's no small feat, buddy.
Yeah, I agree. I came in a photo finish for second yesterday in the trucks, so it'd be nice to win it here because it'd be my first win in NSRLA history, so it'd be great.
Heck yeah, buddy. Dude, I hope we get to witness that. Pleasure having you in the booth, and we'll let you go through your pit stop here, and we'll toss you back up there.
All right, thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
So, Chris, I'm interested to see how much does Kish work on his car right now?
That is going to be a good question. Let's find out. Probably 0 because he is in P2 and probably wants to stay there. I'm willing to bet this is going to be fuel only. We're going to find out. Oh, he went too far forward in his box. He had to back it up. He's taking tires. Oh, no. A couple other guys taking tires, but pulled too far forward in the box. What a killer. No damage repaired.
Well, one thing about it, he was running second, entering into pit lane there. So whatever he's doing seems to be working. I'm just a little concerned if he were to ever get out front. I'm not sure if I race him would let him have the aerodynamics to really stay out there and be able to maintain the lead.
For sure. As we see the guys that went fuel only here, I mean, the 12 of Jones, 10 of Skladel, 14 of Wren, all fuel only. Is Jones on the lead lap, Tracy? Or is he our lucky dog? Currently P22 is what I'm showing. But he may be our lucky dog candidate or potentially a waiver round if he stayed out. But Skladel will come away with the lead here from what we are showing. So it'll be Skladel, Wren, Pollock, Ganger, Montgomery, Kish back to P6, McComas, Gill, Gilbert, if our scoring tower is correct. Skladel, Wren, Pollock, Ganger, Montgomery will be your top 5 as they run. Of course, we still have the choose cone. Lights are still on the pace truck. Several pace laps here at Talladega. for this stage.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Chris. Just want to let you know I'm showing Caleb Jones running in 22nd position, 1 lap down. Andy Berry running in 23rd, 5 laps down. And let's see, we've only got one other guy that hasn't disconnected yet, and that would be the 78 of Samuel Bridges. He is currently in 25th, 69 laps down. So I would have, for all intents and purposes, assumed that he's probably not going to make it back into the race.
For sure.
So,
yeah.
So it looks like to me our lucky dog would be the 12 of Caleb Jones.
I believe so. I believe that's what I'm showing. Whiteman in the 41 is currently 1 lap down. He is not 1 lap down anymore. Longworth. Our scoring tower needs to keep up. Longworth and Steptoe being shown 1 lap down in 19th and 20th currently, according to our scoring tower. The fans can see there on the left side. Whiteman, last car on the lead lap in the 41. As we are 2 wide, lined up. And
Longworth.
Let's see.
Longworth may have just gotten the wave around. So he should be shown or indicated on the lead lap once they come back around again, I believe.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, but I believe it.
Believe it. All right. Well, lights are out on the pace truck, so we're about to find out. And we're also going to find out who wants this thing the most. Because when we go back green, we're going to be 2 laps away from our favorite lap 25.
Oh, yes. I can already feel the intensity creeping up here inside the broadcast booth, so I can only imagine how the drivers are feeling right about now.
Oh, man, I bet their pulse is resting pulse, usually 70. I bet they're about 130, 140 right now, especially these 2 guys on the front row, Skladell and Wren. We got to talk to Wren a second ago, so you already know he's ready to rock and roll and take this thing. But there's about 19 guys behind him that have a different plan than he does. But we are getting ready to go green here. We will be coming to 27 to go. Right there, SoarDogg green flag. Skladell and Wren are off. Pollock gets the jump. That outside line has been getting great jumps all day long. And the inside has just not been able to organize as quickly as that outside. But the inside has been that fast line. We see Kish in the 3 already dropping down. We got to talk to a couple of these guys, the 14 and the 3, during that break. And they are already making moves here. 27 to go as these guys are trying to get lined out. Big pushes on the bottom. Ooh, Tracy, what's your over-under on when the big one is going to happen?
The odds just increase exponentially because I'm seeing guys bumper to bumper here. As the 14 of Wren. Oh boy, he's
there it goes.
The broadcaster curse.
Oh,
the 14's around.
14,
10's
10,
around.
21. Woo. Well, Landon, let's run that one back. Man. Now, get me the front bumper cam of the 92 if possible, because I have a theory.
Well, it looked like to me the 92 and the 14 really got off to a great start. They're really working good. And then the 14 looked like he was trying to pick up some side draft.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to see here. Oh, there it was. That's what I thought.
That's the problem with moving around so much, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, you got to give the guy that's behind you a good target, something that he can push on, because I believe Pollock probably had a good run coming up there, and then the 14 kind of dives to the inside, and now they're off center, and the 14 still got momentum with the 24 coming up right behind him.
Yep. So we'll see it really well right here. They get a little bit of a gap. You'll be able to see the gap here in just a second. A little bit of a gap as the 14 kind of comes down on the 21. 92 backs out, but then once he backs out, he's able to get back in the throttle, and you're going to see a big shove right here right there, and he's on the left side of the car. You saw him right there on the left rear of the car. It wasn't a center shot. 24 involved, the 10, the 33, the 93 involved in another one, the 23 of Bieber getting a big shot. 21 somehow skating his way through all that. Attaboy, Barry. But 14 of Wren becomes a pinball in that one off the front bumper of Pollock from an uneven push, which we don't know whose fault it was. There is no fault at super speedway racing. It just happens. But let's watch Andy Barry tiptoe through this melee. Uh-oh. Oh, he's back.
Well, I bet that was scary.
Yeah, I bet he was even more scared than we can imagine when he went blind.
Yeah. The last thing he saw at his windshield was a puff of smoke up ahead, and everything disappears. Oh, my goodness.
That's how he made it through. He just closed his eyes and prayed. That was one of them Jesus take the wheel moments. He's like, oh no, there's smoke. Oh no, there's nothing. But talk about the man who gets the long end of the stick on this one. Pollock is leading this thing. Right behind the 12 of Jones, who gets the lucky dog.
Yeah, and back to what we were talking about earlier, Samuel Longworth is now back on the lead lap, running in 13th position.
Nice. Jones will be back as well coming around. He got the lucky dog there. 25 to go from the Downtown Auto Sales Time to Dig. Pollock, Kish, McComas, Gilbert, Lewis, Gill, Salidas, Caustic, Vellante, Whiteman are your top 10. While we got a second, let's key up Alex Pollock here real quick and talk about that last little incident that he barely avoided. Hey, Alex, Chris Golden, Tracy Brown up here in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
What's up, brother? Dude, tell us about tiptoeing through that little melee. Dadgum, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I caused that. I pushed Brett square and he somehow turned. I don't know if someone came up and hooked him. I have no idea what happened there. But yeah, I got through it 0x somehow. So,
dude, that was crazy. We were watching it. We saw him he was kind of bobbing and weaving there a little bit. We saw you trying to help him out. It looked like it was just a little bit of a what we call a sweep, but it wasn't from you. You were straight. It looked like he just kind of swept himself across your front bumper. Oh man, heck of a deal! But what a tiptoeing tightrope action.
I mean, Brett's my teammate, so it sucks that he wrecked out, and I think Travis got a little damage as well. He's my other teammate up here, so we'll rebound here. See what happens with 23 left. It'll be a fun finish here.
For sure, brother. Heck of a tiptoeing act getting through that, and we'll toss you back, get you ready to go green here one more time.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we can talk a little bit later.
I hope so, buddy. We'll see you soon. And we are lights out.
Yeah, the other thing that I was concerned about, the 3 of Kish is now on the front row. And it goes just like you described earlier. It's enough damage for iRacing to notice. And I'm wondering, how is that going to affect the guys that are going to be right on his bumper trying to push him to keep up with Pollock and the number 70 of McComas on the outside?
I'll say even worse, something we haven't thought about, Tracy, is this inside line has not been getting good restarts all day. The inside line has just not had the speed on the restarts the outside line has. So this, coupled with the damage that's on the front row there, this might be catastrophe for this inside line.
Yeah, it could be. We're getting ready to find out here as the 3 is getting ready to enter the restart zone.
For sure. Speculation is about to go out the window as we are coming down to 23 to go here, finishing up our 6th caution. We have 18 on the lead lap. Montgomery, last car on the lead lap, and Robertson will be your lucky dog candidate. The SoarDogg green flag is Pollock with a great jump. getting by the 3 of Kish, but is he too far out front? We're about to find out. Can the 70 get down under the 3? No, Pollock drops down that inside line. Smart move there by Pollock, and the 3 coming up to push. Big bump.
Yes, that was great.
Line.
Yeah. The 44 of Gilbert is really pushing on the 3 of Kish, and the 33 of Lewis tagging right along back there too, staying right in line. So I expect that inside the line to make a lot of progress really quickly here.
For sure. We're seeing a new leader here. McComas will be leading his first lap today if he can come across the line as he is right now, coming out of 4. We still have the tri-oval to make it through, but this could be his first lap led today for McComas, with Caustic right there in second. First lap led for the 70 of McComas today. But that may be the only one, as the 8 of Caustic has jumped outside, but Pollock pushing hard on that bottom line. And we see Gill in the 5 right there, second row outside. Haven't been able to talk about him all day today or much this season, as Gill looking outside the 8 of Caustic, but the 41 is going to fill that hole, and the 5 is going to the back. Trying to side draft, trying to stay up there, but he has no help. Only help he has coming was the 12 of Jones, 5 of Gill up into the wall. Man, we have had some heckin', I don't even know what to call it, broadcaster curse today. Like, good Lord, man.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you go, you just can't say anything too good about a driver, because you'll instantly put a curse on them there. I've learned that the hard way. So as we start to finish this thing up, and as we get down to lap 20, maybe we can just describe what's going on and not do too much back patting. How about it?
Yeah. Isaac Brock is leading the race. Being pushed by the 93, who is not on the lead lap. So I will say this, Brock definitely has no worries behind him with the 93 pushing him, not on the lead lap. That's the safest spot to be, I think, is being is having lap cars all around you, knowing they're not racing you for position. The 12 of Jones going for the lead here. 2 laps ago, I want to point out, 5 laps ago, he was a lap down. I just want to point that out. This last caution, he got the lucky dog. And he's leading.
Holy cow. Man, that is incredible. I just couldn't believe that was the actual same number 12 of Jones that was up here. I had to double check the scoring and timing. I was like, man, I just remember seeing him getting the lucky dog, and here he is, fighting for the win.
Good old Talladega. We are 3 wide again. Talladega Super Speedway put on a show like always. Now the question remains, how long can they hold it, as they are 3 by 3 by 3, 4 rows deep from what we can see, and there may be more. But 12 out of the 18 cars on the lead lap are right here, 3 wide.
Yeah, as we see the 41 of Whiteman diving down in front of Kish in the number 3 car. Diving down to the bottom lane. Both of them move up to the middle lane. There is the 12 of Jones with a head of steam with the 19 right on his bumper, pushing him on the inside line.
Pollock, Whiteman, and Jones leading your 3 lines here. Pollock with control, as he has got a little nose out on the other 2 lines. Who will lead this lap? As they run currently, it looks like it's going to be Pollock that will lead them down to 18 to go. Pollock is your leader for that lap, being pushed by the 22 of Ganger. They are rolling right along. The 19 pushing the 12. 24 shooting the middle. Does he have any help close enough to make a run? 93 kind of looked to that middle line, chose to get back down. Everybody kind of trying to set everybody else up right now, picking and choosing who their dance partner's going to be as they come down to 17 to go in turn 3, rolling right around Talladega Super Speedway.
Yeah, and I just wanted to also point out, Ganger, we haven't really talked about him a whole lot in the number 22 car on the outside line right behind Pollock. I wonder if that was by design or if it's really taking him this long to kind of work his way up here to the front. But I mean, he's in great position right now. If he can just not, have everything go his way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. That is no joke. But somebody who's, like we talked about, having everything go their way. The 93 is leading this pack here of Wilson. He is on the lead lap. So he is your leader currently, fighting with that for the lead with the 24 of Montgomery, who when we crossed the start-finish line was P7 a lap ago. 93 out front, 22 second, 90 and 19 trying to make that bottom line work. Wilson, your leader, bottom line, making the money moves right now. Jones, big sweep out of line there, but falls back in. 24 and 92.
Look at the momentum.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They're rolling up there.
Yeah, they're really working together up there, it appears to me, the 24 to 92 and the 22.
Very, very well at that, too. I mean, we got the 93, the 12, and the 19 have been together since the restart. Just kind of pushing around along, but everyone else kind of falling further back. I mean, Kish all the way back to P16 now. Restarted in the lead after that last stage. Now back to P16, showing Stephen McComas here in the 70, currently in 13th, trying to pick and choose where he wants to go, who he wants to go with, what the best option is. And just like everyone else, nobody really knows at this point, as we are 15 to go, rolling through this thing. He just keeps wanting to jump outside, but can't quite do it yet.
Yeah, and earlier on, the 24 and the 92 that went from the high line to the middle line, and it kind of left the 22 of Ganger out there by itself. So now he has fell all the way back to the 19th position.
We got Gilbert and Lewis running 1-2 right now. Where did they come from? I didn't even see them a couple seconds ago. Gilbert and Lewis back up here leading this thing again. Gilbert trying to block that outside line of the 24. Montgomery opens the door for the 33 of Lewis. Coming down to the line, who's going to lead this lap? It will be Gilbert in the 44 leading that lap, as we are 3 wide again for the lead. 4 rows deep. Your top 12 are 3 wide. There's only 6 cars. Actually, I'll take that back. 16 out of the 19 cars on the lead lap are 3 wide. There are 2 that are just falling in line back there. That is insane. And they're just rolling right along. Cruising right on through like it's a Sunday drive. 14 to go, coming to 13. 93 all over the rear bumper of that 33.
Chris, there's just too many people that want to win this race for it to finish like this.
Yeah,
somebody is going to get overly aggressive, and I am predicting a caution, a big one, by the time before we take the checkered flag anyway.
Yeah. There's going to be some 4. So they're going to be 4 wide, and someone's going to try to go 5 wide. Willing to bet. I'm going to say I will give them credit. I'm going to say they're going to make it to turn 4. They're either going to make it to turn 4 or the tri-oval, and that's how the race is going to end. I'm going to call it right now. Broadcaster curse be darned. That's my prediction. Okay, so the fans in the chat are saying the 44 of Gilbert is going to take this one. So the fans, they're around the 70s, around into the 21. 3-car crash minimum. Black Diamond Designs yellow flag with 12 to go. 21 sitting the wrong direction. Now the question is, did the 70 chop someone or did he get hooked? Gino Volante, it would appear. Cruising right along. We are 3 wide here. The 35, the 70, a little bit of both. 35 kind of goes up just a hair. 70 comes down just a hair. And that's, a tough break for Barry as they kind of go around. Not really a ton of damage, just looks like a spin. No real hard hits that we saw there, but definitely going to bring out a caution here. See if we can get a view.
Boy.
This is from Gino Volante here.
Oh, fighting over the middle line, it looked like.
For
Move along
sure.
there.
I think so. I think they got a little close there, and as we've seen a couple times, we see it all the time at super speedways. These cars just kind of suck together with the air, and I think that's what we saw there. It just kind of drug both of them against each other, and you want to talk about excitement? We're about to go back green at Talladega with under 10 to go, and I hope he's in a voice chat because I want to get Gilbert's thoughts. He is in a voice chat. Black Diamond Motorsports. Let's pull Travis Gilbert in here because I have got to hear this. Travis Gilbert, Chris Golden, and Tracy Brown up here at the booth. You got us?
I do. How you gentlemen doing?
Dude, you are the fan favorite to win this thing right now. I don't want to blow smoke up your rear end or nothing like that, but in the chat, they are saying the 44 is going to take this thing. How many flips is your stomach doing right now?
I got some awesome teammates, so as much as the fans are, I appreciate them, but I got some teammates here that I need to help get to a win because, it's our first race. So we're just glad to be here and put on a good show. And I appreciate you guys for, interviewing me and giving me the shout out. And it's been fun. I love this style of racing and everything. So it's been a blast. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. How are you prepared for the mayhem that is going to be going back green at Talladega with less than 10 to go?
Well, as the balance of Talladega, Ricky Bobby would say, we're going to do a little shake and bake, my friends.
Oh, man, make Cletus proud. Garrett Mitchell, really cool guy in the ARCA series. I've had the pleasure of meeting a couple times. Let's make old Cletus proud. Do it for Black Diamond Motorsports and the Black Diamond Designs 250. You can't script it any better, man. If one of you guys don't win this, it's your own fault. All the signs are there. You guys just got to lock in now.
Hey, I appreciate that, and Cletus is, I love Cletus. Everything that he's doing for the sport, he's good for the sport. I'm not an Earnhardt fan, but damn it, raise hell, praise Dale. Let's do it.
All right, buddy. Pleasure to have you. And after this little interview here, I have to say, I hope you finish at least top 3 so we get to interview you again because this is fun.
Let's go. I appreciate you guys. You guys are a blast over here at Leadfoot TV.
Thanks, buddy. We'll toss you back and let you get ready to go green again.
I appreciate it. Don't be surprised if I push a teammate to a win, though.
Hey, there you go, man. That's the way to do it.
Well, what a fun conversation there. It's good to see. That's the first race I think Gilbert's run with us this season. First time I've recognized his car name anyway. And, boy, he seems excited to be out front, that's for sure.
Yeah, but let's see how his tone changes 10 laps from now because it's Talladega and it's about to get messy. I can tell you right now, it's 9 to go, and these boys don't have to pay for anything they tear up. So it's about to get messy because we got 20 cars on the lead lap. So again, as Kevin Harvick would say, it's about to, or not Kevin Harvick, sorry, Kevin Hart, it's about to go down.
Yeah, and I don't think we have a Goodies Headache Award or anything like that, but I believe that if we did, my vote would have to go out to the 21 of Andy Berry. It just seems like to be every single wreck that we have seen, he's been involved in, whether or not not necessarily causing it, but he has just been caught up in it.
They have fallen right in his lap every time.
Yeah. He just can't seem to buy a vowel, So,
but don't look now.
And go ahead, Chris.
Gil's made it back up here to P3. Gil and Pollock are P3 and P4 right now. So after getting shaken out, falling back outside the top 20, Gil's back up here, getting ready to restart this thing, second row inside.
Landon, how about showing us the race recap real quick before we go back green? I just want to get some idea of how many drivers we've had. 18 drivers for 40 lead changes, Chris.
That is insane. 40 lead changes between these
And
drivers.
my over-under is going to be 45 by the time it's all said and done. With
And
less than 10 to go.
Gino Volante with the fastest lap currently.
Oh, my goodness. He's putting the hammer down, man. Here we go. The SoarDogg green flag is back out, and we see the 44 Gilbert, and Pollock's right on him again. To your point, Chris, that outside line, for whatever reason, always seems to fire off really, really well on these restarts.
Definitely a big jump. The two Black Diamond teammates jumping out. The three teammates, we'll say here, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be Gilbert, Pollock, and Lewis all running 1, 2, 3 here for Black Diamond Motorsports. That's bad news for everybody else. We see Steptoe trying to make a move to the inside, trying to take down Black Diamond as him, Skladel, and Salidas working that inside line, but they're already 3 wide here. Black Diamond in control of this thing with that middle line, but Steptoe making a move to the front as we are coming out of turn 4. Everyone in the field 3 wide. I don't think we make it to the last lap of this thing, if we even make it to 5 to go, because we are coming to 8 to go, and they are already 3 wide as we come around for 1 lap after the caution was over. The 12 of Jones is making me nervous.
Yes, he is, and I'll tell you something else too. That 10, man, he is really working over the bumper there of the 87 of Steptoe. I mean, he has been right on that thing, will not come off of there. So it's gonna be interesting to see if these 3 teammates can sort of keep these other cars from getting around them on these additional runs they're having to the inside and outside.
For sure, and don't look now, but 2 cars behind Lewis. We see the 24 as well as the 5 of Gill. Is there other teammate that's still in this thing? Brett Wren in that 14 trying to get back up there with his teammates, but there's 2 cars in between them, and he can't quite get there. Squeezing up there in front of the 93 is the 24 Montgomery. Whoo, what a tight squeeze to get out there and lead that outside line, trying to make money moves here. 7 to go. But Black Diamond Motorsports still in control of this thing out front as they got that middle line moving, running 1, 2, 3. And now their teammate is only 1 car in between Lewis and himself, and that is Gill in the 5, as they are 3 by 3 by 3. Now the question is, who is going to decide to finish second and push someone else to the win? Because that's what's going to determine this thing. Otherwise, they're going to come across the line 6 wide in a pile. Whew, we don't want that.
They are.
Oh, making a move there, diving way underneath the 93 of Wilson. Oh, and there goes the 19. There goes Gilbert. Gilbert's around. The 19's around. Black Diamond Designs yellow flag, 6 to go. There goes the 44 of Gilbert. Dadgummit, there was a couple others involved. Let's run that back, Landon. Let's see what we got here. What happened with this one? The 19 of Brock running the high side. Sees...
Yeah, it all started with that 33 of Lewis going all the way from the high side down to the bottom, and the 12 of Jones going with him.
And the 19 of Brock, I'm not sure what exactly happened there. He just flat out turned himself across the 44. Lots of damage for the 8, the 44. Caustic there, obviously the 3. Looks like he got into the 70 a little. Big damage for the 44 and the 8. That's probably going to be the end of their night.
Oh, man.
Let's watch from onboard Gilbert here. Watch out the right side, see what the heck happened. There goes Jones diving down. Yeah, not sure where exactly Brock was going there. That was an odd one for sure. Not sure where the 19 of Brock was going. But that Step toe is going to get damaged from that. Whoever was behind the 44 as well comes down to side draft. Wow, just absolutely turned left there.
The thing I'm wondering, Chris, is we've seen this several times tonight. Although that side draft works, it does seem to have a tendency to suck the cars together. And I can't help but wonder if that's what happened there again.
Possibly so. I don't know if it was increased by the fact that he came down the track so fast. That is an odd one to decipher. He comes down to side draft and then just flat out just dead left right there. That's an odd one. The 10 of Costa
obviously
getting involved, or Spladell, sorry, the 10 of Spladell involved.
Yeah, obviously he had, or thought he had more room than what he actually had.
Isaac Wilson in the 93 will be leading this thing with Montgomery second, Jones third. Well, we got a second. Let's go ahead and pull Isaac Brock's teammate, Isaac Wilson, in here and get a quick word with him about how the end of this thing's going to play out. Isaac, Chris Golden, and Tracy Brown here in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, heck of a move there to take the lead. But what happened to Brock there behind you? I'm sure you were in the voice chat with him. What happened to bring out that caution from what you could see?
I don't know. I made that move to get below the 24, and then I look in my mirror to see where the runs are coming from, and I just see nothing but smoke. So I am not sure what happened with that wreck. I don't know if I'm glad it came out. I mean, it's going to be a 2-lap shootout, so we'll see. So this might get spicy.
Yeah, when we went back green with 10 to go, we already knew it was about to get Western. Now with 2 to go, it's about to go from Western to Tornado Western. Because so here's the biggest question. Leading this thing, everybody always says you're a sitting duck, but there's no green-white checkered. So if you can get a big enough jump and these guys wipe themselves out, you're going to take the checkered in this thing. Not to jinx you or anything, but has that crossed your mind yet?
No, I kind of just go with the momentum. So I'll probably be looking in my mirror a lot, see where the runs are coming from, because I don't have any help up here. So I'll just have to see where the runs are coming from. Dega is probably my most successful track. I've actually won 5 in a row when it comes to league races. So was kind of happy. I was able to get all my damage fixed after getting involved in that wreck. Had 6 total minutes. Somehow got it all fixed, and they got stage points with 4 minutes of damage. So at the end of the day, if I don't win, it's all good. I mean, I've had a really good point stand. With this new format, points are more crucial than wins right now.
For sure, it's been a heck of a lot of fun watching you. Man, let's hope we get to talk to you again here in 2 laps.
Yeah, hopefully we have one shot at the green checkered. Hopefully it don't turn into a caution fest.
For sure, buddy. We'll toss you back. Good luck. Keep her straight and have a lot of fun these next 2 laps.
Thank you.
Oh, Tracy.
Well, I did not ask Wilson this question, but I started to, but I didn't know if you had some information that I didn't. Normally, these guys pretty much run unlimited green, white, checkered. But being that it's Talladega, I didn't know if they would put a restriction on this particular race or not. Do you know for sure?
I do not. I read on the race information, it said 0 green, white checkers, but I don't know if that counts as unlimited or otherwise, but it said green, white checkered attempts was 0. So I am not sure.
Well, in this case, you would think 0 would mean 0. Not some sort of computer programmage, for unlimited, in other words.
Well, we are about to find out as we're going to restart here with a non-official green, white checker with 2 to go. Oh, 2 to go here. And the
41 lead changes. We still got
Yeah.
4 more lead changes to go to hit my over-under number.
18 different drivers here. The longest streak of laps led has been under caution, by the way. I have kept track of that. I believe it was Alex Pollock led the most laps in a row. They were under caution. But we are about to go green here to settle this thing once and for all. The SoarDogg green flag. Wilson, best jump for the inside line of the night with 24. Montgomery, door to door going into 1. But that outside line has gotten organized quickly as Montgomery only has the 12 on his rear bumper. As Salidas now finally getting up there with Gill and the 10 of Skladel. And they come out of turn 2 here. Lots of bobbing and weaving as these guys are trying to get sorted out and find positions to go. Those Black Diamond Motorsports guys hooked up on the outside, the 92 and the 33, along with the 22, pushing the 22 out front of the 93 of Wilson. Steptoe's second row inside, and Montgomery, the third place car, currently pushing by Wilson to make himself up into second, and they are getting antsy on the second row. Ooh, yep, they ain't making it another lap.
I don't think so.
Coming to the white. That is white flag, sponsored by SoarDogg, and they are around the 12, the 3, the 35, 63, 99. Whole field. Who got through? Who's going to make it to the checker? The 24 of Montgomery was leading that inside line. He's around. Ganger has the lead. Pollock has the lead. Pushed by Wilson. 5-car breakaway to the finish, and one of them is Isaac Brock. Through 3 and 4, Wilson looking to the outside of Pollock with Brock on his rear. The 2 Black Diamond Motorsports cars looking on the inside. 33-92 with Ganger bringing up the rear. Which line will Ganger choose? Wilson out front. Ganger trying to go 3 wide. That'll give Wilson the win. Brock gets turned by Pollock. 1, 2, 3, Wilson, Ganger, Lewis to finish this one out. What a finish. Tracy, have you ever?
I have not. We may have just hit 45 lead changes, though, on that final lap. Only 43. Oh, man, I don't think that's right. I know I saw 2 or 3 different lead changes there from the start zone to the checkered flag. So there are bound to be more than that. But oh my goodness, boy, again, that high line, for whatever reason, I don't know if guys spinning tires or what, but it certainly took off. Man, and almost immediately everybody started jockeying around trying to go, looked like they were going to go 5 wide immediately. And then I really thought that Pollock had this thing because he did have some teammates right behind him. But oh my goodness, man, the way the ups and downs, the ebbs and the flows, it certainly went up, down, and forwards, backs, and everything really, really quickly on that last lap there.
Oh, Montgomery going from the lead to pulling it out P12. We're going to get a smoke show here from Isaac Wilson. The last guy that we talked to before this thing went back green pulls off the win. Let's do a quick results rundown before we take a break. First place and our winner, Isaac Wilson. Noah Ganger second, Dustin Lewis third, Isaac Brock fourth, Alex Pollock fifth, Derek Skladel sixth, Charles Robertson seventh, Jordan Bridges eighth, Jerry Salidas ninth, and Jason Steptoe pulling out the top 10. Wait, Jason Steptoe showing 11th. Little mix up there in our running order. We're showing Samuel Longworth finishing P10. Samuel Longworth will be 10, so Salidas will be 11. Tracy, you can take the rest of those.
Okay, and 12th, we got 24 of Matthew Montgomery. 13th position to 5 of Stephen Gill. 14th, we got to 41 of Brock Whiteman. 15th, we got to 44 of Travis Gilbert. Man, that's hard to say right there, Dad. I sure hate it for Gilbert. And 16th position, we got to 70 of Stephen McComas. 17th, we got to 3 of Michael Kish. 18th, we got the 35 of Gino Volante. 19th, we got the 12 of Caleb Jones. And in 20th position, we got the 8 of Michael Kostick.
And running down the rest of the list here, 9 laps down, Brett Wren in that 14. Started 4th and ended up P21. Tough break there. Andy Berry as well, the Goodies Headache Powder Award recipient for sure. Very tough break for him.
Gets my vote. Yes.
Yeah, he got caught up in everything. Travis Bieber, we didn't talk about much today. A tough day for him, as well as Evan Janik, our points leader currently. Bobby Rafferty, John Freeman, Andrew Allen, Jose Mercado, and Samuel Bridges. Tough break for all of those guys involved in early incidents. Called it quits. Let's take a short opportunity here to take a quick break. We'll get all of our top 3 podium finishers in here, and we will be right back with your top 3 right here on Leadfoot TV in the SoarDogg Cup Series. Stay with us. Welcome back to Leadfoot TV, NSRLA, and the SoarDogg Cup Series. We have caught up once again. I'm sure he's bored with talking to us by now. Dustin Lewis from Waycross, Georgia, in the 33, our third place finisher tonight. The 33 brings it home third. That's a lot of threes, Dustin. Talk us through how you made it through all that mess,
What's going
especially on that last lap.
I'm sorry, my whole internet connection cut out there. What's going on?
You're okay. Yeah, you finished third tonight. Kind of talk us through your race tonight and how you made it through that last lap melee there.
Just being in the right place at the right time. I was talking to Alex, that coming to that last restart, we knew it was going to be 2 to go. We knew we had to put ourselves in a good position to make a run at it. He said, we're going to go on the outside. We're going to go on the wall, and you better be there. And I was like, okay, boss, I'll do my best. And thankfully, the car in the draft still had speed, but the second it didn't have anybody behind it, that's where it kind of parachuted. And that's what kept us from potentially having second or even a win.
Oh man, hate to hear that. The damage is always a killer at these super speedways, but still amazing that you were able to pull it off in third, especially for Black Diamond Motorsports here with the Black Diamond Designs 250. It's great to have a member of the team, the namesake, as well as the Black Diamond Designs right there on the hood here on the podium tonight for this race at Talladega.
Oh, absolutely. That was probably the most fun Talladega race I've had in a little while. The past few times I've raced at Talladega, it's all been fuel mileage, all people saving fuel, running quarter, half throttle, not really wanting to push the situation. But tonight, I think we only had really one instance of where people were saving fuel, or at least I know I was trying to save fuel, and I think it was stage 2 because I think I was just a hair over the limit, but I wanted to make doubly sure I can make it to the end of stage 2. But outside of that, it was racing from green to checkered tonight, and that's good to see from these big super speedways.
For sure. It was a lot of fun to watch. Like I said, again, great to see you with another P3 here, another podium. Great points night for you. Walk us through your list of people to thank. I mean, we've heard it a bunch of times already, but we never get tired of hearing it.
Well, thank the Lord for giving me another opportunity to participate in this league and participate in another race. That all thanks goes to him. Thanks to Alex and all my teammates. I think we had like 4 BDM cars in the race tonight, plus some friends. They all were talking strategy and trying to put ourselves in the best possible position to make a run there at the end. Can't thank those guys enough, especially Alex. He was cooking up the strategy right there at the end. I thank my parents for supporting me in everything I do. I know they were watching tonight. They were sending me chats, and I know they were watching you guys on the live stream, watching the 33 make laps around Talladega. But man, P3 again. Maybe we can make it 4 in a row on the podiums in the next event in Texas.
For sure, buddy. It's always a pleasure to have you in here, and good luck on the next one. Where are you guys racing next week? Give us a reminder.
I think it's Texas.
Texas. Okay, so Texas next week, one of my favorites, my home track. What are you looking forward to for Texas next week?
Turn 3 and 4. Turn 1 and 2, I wish they could knock down. I hate turn 1 and 2, but I will say the past few times I've been to Texas, it has been somewhat kind to me. I think the first season we did in Cup, the first race I ever led laps was at Texas, and then in another league, I led for about 20 laps at Texas. So I hate turn 1 and 2 with a passion, and 3 and 4 I really love, but for whatever reason, I just feel a little at home at Texas. I don't know what it is, but we're going to see if we can't put something together for that race, come up with another podium, or heck, maybe even another win, be another repeat winner for the series.
For sure. Definitely got some solid points gained tonight as the guys that are ahead of you finished pretty far back in the pack tonight, Janik and Mercado. So, yeah, great night for you tonight. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, and we'll let you get back to celebrating.
Alrighty, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Tracy, over to you.
Appreciate it, Chris, and congratulations to Mr. Lewis as well on his podium finish. I'm standing here now with your second place finisher in the 22 car, the Eclipse Sim Sports ride with Noah Ganger. Noah, I normally try to get a driver to kind of recap the race whenever I do an interview, but the first thing I want to go through is that final couple of laps there. Can you kind of describe the melee or whatnot that you had to go through to get into this podium finish?
Yeah, so basically it was me and Isaac on the outside line. We basically kind of just made a pact for like the beginning of the restart, just like, okay, just let's go. And basically just kind of link up to get the outside rolling. But then I saw the third line as we got to the backstretch. I saw the third line come. I'm like, okay, I need to go. And I've been working with Alex and BDM all day. And I didn't want to really get away from working with them. So I'm like, now's my chance to make a move and just go 3 wide because we had been doing that all day. So basically, me and Alex are just sticking together for like the majority of 2 to go and then get the white flag. And I'm wanting to stick to the outside because it was working. It was going forward and it had the most momentum. But then as soon as we got to turn 1, Alex makes the move to the bottom as they wreck behind. And then I just kind of get left in the dust a little bit. And I could only I fell back behind fell back to Dustin and just kind of tried to draft up to try to see if I could muster one monster run to try to get the win, but unfortunately just wasn't enough.
Gotcha, man. Well, you just described perfectly what we pretty much witnessed there on those last few laps. But sort of getting back to, let's just say, the first half of the race. I can't remember exactly where you qualified, but you got a beautiful car, by the way. And,
thank you.
It kind of stood out, but, and I've obviously recognized your name because we do a lot of races with you guys here in the SoarDogg Cup Series, but hadn't really called your name the first half of the race. And I was just wondering if there was, do you have some sort of strategy at play there?
Yeah, so the strategy was kind of just take my time because I had to take an EOL. No matter where I qualified, I had to take an EOL for Access Cost at Vegas. So basically, it was just take my time and whatever happens, happens. And I did get to the front a little bit there in like the first half of the race, so I was there a little bit, but I obviously wasn't really trying that hard since it was like there's still a lot of racing left, and I was more like trying to figure out the fuel strategy in my head as well because I knew that was going to be a big factor in this race. So it was basically just like work out the fuel numbers, see what you could do on that front, and just whatever happens, happens, and then like get aggressive towards the end of the race.
Gotcha. Well, you mentioned working, with your teammates there for that last run, but the first time that I remember calling out your name, I think it was you and Alex Pollock, and I can't quite remember who the other guy was that was another teammate. I didn't know then that you guys had been working together, but I noticed that you acted as you were running. You acted as if you were teammates. But then I noticed all of a sudden I think it was the outside line got clear and your 2 teammates went down and kind of left you out to dry and you went right straight back to the back. I mean, did you take that personally or anything? I'm sorry, I just got to ask that.
No, I didn't take that personally at all because I knew it was like just an instance of it's like the last lap. We're going for the win. It is what it is. It's just it caught me off guard because I didn't think the move was going to be made so soon. Because typically you wait till like the very last possible second to make your move. I was just a little surprised, but I didn't take it personally. It is what it is. It was a fun race. It was fun working with the BDM guys and Isaac there. It was just a fun race overall. It is what it is. It's Talladega.
Well, I understand. Well, I do have one more final question for you. Is there anything that you think you could have done differently or anything that would have, helped you make it and actually take home the victory tonight? Or do you kind of feel lucky to finish in second after tonight's action?
I mean, it's easier to say in hindsight that you could have done something, but in this case, I don't really know if there was anything else I could have done, to be quite honest with you. Like, I'm not really. It's really hard to see Alex's move to the inside to turn 1 coming because he is like glued to your back bumper. So
right,
maybe if I could have detected like some aggression from him, maybe I could have like tried to counteract his move, but that probably would have led to us getting wrecked. So I don't really think there was much
of a chance that I had to try to secure the win by doing anything different. So I'm just gonna say I guess I feel lucky getting second.
Hey, well, congratulations. That's a very good point night for you as well. And do you have any sponsors or anything, or anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yes, I would like to thank my sponsor for today, Lumen. I would like to thank Ford, Eclipse Sim Sports. We're basically like kind of like this entry is a part-time entry. My other driver, Christopher Barnes, was supposed to be a full-time entry, but he got busy with life, so it's kind of on a case-by-case basis. I was the only Eclipse driver out there today, so basically just working with the Fords was the game plan all along to begin with. So yeah, huge thanks to Eclipse, Lumen, Ford, and yeah, thanks to the fans for watching.
All right, there you have it. Okay, well, congratulations once more, Noah. And I'm going to send it back to Chris Golden, who I think is standing by with the winner of tonight's race. Chris,
Awesome.
you got
Thank
a
you.
copy. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yep, I am right here with outside Victory Lane with Isaac Wilson. Isaac, heck of a run, man. Talk us through that one because you got involved in quite a bit of mess there early on. Kind of talk us through it.
Yeah, I actually just went back and watched that replay, and Noah was talking about luck. Looking at that replay, I got super lucky. I got hit pretty good in the right front. Should have completely broke my toe and took me out of the race, but gave me 6 minutes of damage. Somehow, even with that damage, I was able to get fourth in stage one, and slowly but surely got it all fixed. And once they got all fixed, I just kind of started picking my way through the field. Went to the back to the front, probably 3 or 4 times. So thankfully, this iRacing's updated a draft package. A little draft package, I haven't been able to do that. You would have been just stuck single file, probably on the bottom lane. But with this new package, you can really get lines moving. There was times in the race that the third line was the best. Second line, I mean, you pick it. There was racing, and it was fun to make my way back to the front multiple times.
Definitely looked like you were having a blast out there, top, bottom, middle, just kind of bouncing all over. Kind of like watching Muhammad Ali just kind of stick and move. It was cool watching you work your way through the field because I'm pretty sure you passed everyone in the field at least twice. I mean,
Had to
good
been.
Lord, man. Heck of a run. Tough break early on with your teammate there in the 96. I mean, y'all kind of got wadded up once or twice there. It ended his
Yeah,
night early
that
on.
was super weird because I was pushing them, and I just recently switched to triple, so I'm still learning the new depth perception and everything to it. And so I started pushing him, and by the time I realized I was inside of his car, he says he has no steering, and then he shoots to the inside. So he had been blinking a little bit, but when it happened, his car was solid. And so it just sucked it happened. I think he ended up getting caught in the wreck. I got wrecked in and ended up ending his day. So tough break for Andrew. Looking forward to working with him. But I mean, the big help was Isaac at the end. The other Isaac somehow went from 19th to 4th in one lap, and then next thing I know, I got a teammate behind me that's gonna be able to push me to a win. So once we got clear, no, I told Isaac let's go high here, and I was trying to get him to follow me not fall. I was trying to get him not to follow me down. I was trying to go block the run Alex had, and he, I guess, went to go follow me. Him and Alex got involved. So could have been an FLM 1-2, but he still got a really good point. I finished fourth. Was just shy of stage points both stages. So for Isaac Brock not racing a lot, yeah, trying to make the playoffs, was a really good point night for him.
For sure. Awesome night for y'all as well as you started the midseason challenge tonight. So definitely off on the right foot on that, pulling out the win here. It'll move you on to the next round, I'm sure, as we go to Texas next week. So do you kind of have a love-hate relationship with Texas like some other guys, or how do you feel about the track?
So I like Texas, but not in a way a lot of people like Texas. I like it because I have never learned how to take 1 and 2, and it works in my advantage on a long run because I'm not shooting it super hard in the corner and roasting the right front. I'm not attacking 1 and 2 as much. I lose speed on a short run, but I tend to have really long run speed at Texas, and it just got to the point to where I realized I have good long run speed there, and I'm like, I am not going to learn how to take 1 and 2. I am just going to keep taking it the way I've been taking it. If I lose spots in the beginning of the run, oh well, I'll get them back later.
That is a very smart way to approach that. It really is. I've never considered that. You may have changed how I drive Texas from here on out. That is very, very smart. But after a dominating, well, we won't say dominating, but after we'll say fabulous win tonight, Who do you have to thank for this performance, and as well as your others throughout the year? Because I mean, it may be your first win here this season, but definitely not your first podium.
Yeah, I gotta give a huge shout out. First and foremost to I said it earlier, Brock. Pushed me to the win there. Having a teammate there at the end. Shout out to FLM having me on this last 6 months or so. I will be switching to AWG after this week since we got some of our AWG guys in the league finally. So I was glad to end my time with the team on a high note, begin it on a high note with a win, end it with a win. Shout out to you guys putting on the show. Shout out to Alex for letting us have a league to race in every Tuesday. Huge shout out to SoarDogg for sponsoring the series. Next Level Racing and Boozy Raceware, Rogue Energy. Those are some of the partners we have with AWG. And shout out to my wife who's currently sleeping, who puts up with my loudness every week when I get animated, when I'm getting pissed off. Because I mean, if y'all have heard Ryan Blaney on radio, that's what I'm kind of like. I'll start cussing people out, like, "What are you doing?" So she puts up with it every now and again. She has to tell me shut the hell up. So big shout out to her.
There you go, man. Love to hear it. Hopefully, when she wakes up tomorrow, you can tell her about the win, and she'll be happy for you. You get
Yeah,
to
I
go.
always tell her, I always tell her when I win a race, I'm like, "Aren't you happy you're married to someone that wins around our race?" And she's like, "Shut up."
Definitely. Y'all can go celebrate tomorrow. Take her out to dinner or something. It's like, hey, I won. I'm gonna take these imaginary winnings and I'm gonna go buy you some imaginary food. But heck yeah, man. You're always a pleasure to have in the booth. Go enjoy celebrating, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, later, guys.
Oh, Tracy Brown. Let's get your final thoughts on this thing before we let our fans get out of here.
Well, Chris, I've been thinking about it for a few minutes and reflecting back, I've got to admit, man, that was very similar to a real cup race. I mean, we had a full field. I don't know, even remember now how many cars we did have here, but there were certainly cars all over the place. I think like 29 cars might have started tonight. And oh man, it's just like a real race. You got to see side by side action, bumper to bumper action, some 3 different lines forming up a majority of the race. And there at the end, got to see even a 4 wide and maybe even a 5 wide there coming towards the checker flag. So it was very exciting. And I just also would like to commend these guys, man. This is a very good, very talented league. It has a lot of very talented drivers in it. So very exciting tonight.
125% for sure. I'm very excited for next week at Texas. My home track, of course, one of my favorite tracks, going all the way back to like NASCAR 98. It was one of my favorite tracks to run, just because it was so close to home. Man, next week is going to be awesome. Tracy, what are your thoughts for next week?
Well, I'll probably have to make a few laps around there just to kind of get a feel for it. I'd love to do that. I haven't actually driven these new Cup cars. I call them new. Golly, man, they've been out for a while now. But like I said, the last Cup car I'd driven was a COT. So I'd love to sit down in one and kind of take a few spins so I'd be able to talk a little bit more intelligently with the drivers about what they're feeling and what's going on with the car. And hey, why not take a few laps around Texas? It's been a while since I ran around there. I always loved Texas in different series and everything. It's very unique. 1 and 2 is nothing like turns 3 and 4, and got that flat tri-oval there at the start finish line as well. And that always seems to give me some trouble personally. So yeah, very unique track, but I think these guys right here are going again, put on a really polished show, and it's going, look like some you'd see on Sunday afternoons.
I could not agree more. And luckily for us, we get to be the ones bringing that show to all of these great fans here on YouTube, all the family and friends of all these amazing drivers here with NSRLA and the SoarDogg Cup Series. And getting to share the booth with you and Landon. We don't get to have Landon in here very often, but love having both you guys in here. It's a pretty cool little deal for me to get to work with you guys every week, whether it be in my league or FWM or here at NSRLA. Love working with you guys. And for all of our drivers, all of our fans, and everyone else out there in TV land, I am Chris Golden alongside Tracy Brown and Landon Brown. We will see you guys next week with the SoarDogg Cup Series on NSRLA right here on Leadfoot TV from Texas. Y'all stay golden.